The starting, we see a person who has been poisoned to death, and in front of him, his girlfriend or fiancé betrays him and is having fun with another boy. And the boy says that you did well by leaving this useless guy, now let's take care of the rest of the work. And in the same way,
and he will
our main
introduce me to
character
them,
tells that he
and
has
he
come
will
to a
introduce
world where
them to me.
resources were everything.
So we see that even Wang
There
is
could have been a
shocked.
big
He
fight
wakes
for a
up and
small
says
noodle
that
packet. Then
people
what
were
should we
ready
do
to kill.
now? So
In the
Gia
same
stops
way,
his hand in the
the
middle
most important
and
thing
says
in this
that I
world
should
has
take
become
initiative
resources,
now
and
and we
create
see
an
that our Anna
opportunity so
MC
that I can
is
make my
standing in
loot
the
again.
biggest look, and she sees
And then
a
what
dream
happens is that
she
the
is living in a
MC
very
is reborn after
luxurious
death,
house and is
and
ready
she
to
is being
write the
treated
story
like a
of his
queen.
life again. Her eyes
he will
really
take
shine
revenge
because
from
of
all
this
those
event,
people,
because of which
and
such a
Gia
bad
says
thing
that
had
I have
happened
never
in his past
imagined
life.
that such a scenario would come
Now
in
our
my
scene
life.
comes in the present
This
time.
thing is really
We see a
unacceptable.
city scene where
and
this
this kind
kind
of
of thing
thing
is
is happening
happening
because of that bootlegger.
And to keep an eye on
And
that
from
area,
here, our scene
a
shifts
helicopter
towards
is keeping an
Suchin,
eye from all
and
sides.
he is sitting on his computer
In the
and
same
says
way, we see a
that
bus
I sold
go
the
out
house
of that area,
and I got 100,000
and there is a lot of
rupees.
crowd in that bus, and a lot of passengers are sitting. Then a person says that it is a matter of a few days ago that a very big earthquake came here, and the two mountains in the ground collided with each other, which caused a very big earthquake, and thousands of people died. Now I didn't know that such an unexpected thing could happen in our area. Now there is such a possibility in our area, so we are also going out of here. And we see that the girl sitting next to him says that this is a very bad thing. I left there in such a hurry that I did not bring any item or anything with me. I mean, I came empty-handed. Now if I want to live in Jian City, then I will need some money to buy supplies there. But I don't have anything with me right now. Then we see that the boy sitting next to him says that, "Beautiful lady, haven't you heard the news yet? All the supermarkets around us, all the things in the supermarkets in Jian City have suddenly disappeared." After hearing this, the boy is very surprised. Then another person sitting next to him says that this is very old news. You don't know the latest news. The two lakes that we have here, both the lakes have suddenly become completely empty, and the warehouse named Darunda area in a nearby area has also become completely empty. Now after hearing this, the girl is surprised and says that, "Really? I think that the supplies in the warehouse must be worth millions of yen." After hearing this, the boy says that crores? That was such an item worth billions of yen. A lot of resources were collected there in the warehouse, and we see that our main character is shown to us. And he says that you are talking about the loss of supplies, and the natural disaster that is presented in front of us is only the top thing. Open your eyes and look around. The end of the world is about to end. It is coming closer. Don't you understand this? Then a girl says that, "Really? Is this world going to end?" Then the boy looks at the girl and says, No, you are kidding. How is this possible? If something like this was going to happen in reality, or the world was going to end, then I am also waiting for this thing. Today everyone is equal. If everyone dies equally. Then we see that our main character gives a serious look and says that, "What did you say now? That everyone's life is equal. But I don't think so. As soon as the apocalypse starts, all things of equality will be separated from that day. There will be no equality in all living things, because I have personally experienced that there is no such thing as equality there." And we see that our main character goes into past life. He sees a very dangerous monster, which eats a lot of people in one bite in a big building. And here the main character tells about himself. "In the past life, I was not a big thing. I was just a normal, ordinary delivery man. And while delivering somewhere, he saw such a dangerous monster. Because the apocalypse had come. And the reason for the apocalypse to come was that the solar system, which was solar energy, it's malfunctioning, it's imbalance. And because of this, the temperature of the atmosphere began to decrease or increase, due to which different creatures evolved in different ways and mutated themselves. They have been hiding underground for a long time, but as soon as they got the chance, they came to all the surfaces, and the whole world changed, and we are all monsters. And at one time, our main character is fighting a monster with an axe, and he says that as soon as the monster came out, a new rule was established there. And in that world, if you need a small supply, that is, a packet of noodles, then you are ready to die for it. There was so little supply there. As far as a ham sausage is concerned, whatever you had for it, you had to give it to the person in front of you. And we see that by giving a ham sausage to two girls, a boy is taking everything from them. And our main character tells, "And I have been reborn. A month before the beginning of this apocalypse, I have been reborn a month ago." Then we see that our main character, someone touches his hand and says, "Hello, young man." And we see that this is the same beautiful girl, and she says that these people's words have scared me a lot. Can you give me some support? We see that our main character is a tough guy here, and he says, "Forgive me, I have more important work." And that beautiful girl thinks, "Is there any shortcoming in my beauty? How did that person ignore me like this?" And we see that the bus goes ahead, and our main character gets off there and goes to a destination. And he thinks that the apocalypse is coming. So the most important thing for me is I have to do that. And we see that he is standing in front of a supermarket or a warehouse, and he says that the most important thing before the apocalypse is supply for me. I need as much supply as possible. And in my last life, I had wasted a lot of time in my life to search for the supply, and we see that he starts wearing his worker's dress, and he says that this time I will prepare everything in advance, so that I don't have to go to search for the supply. Then we see that his manager says that you are 21 seconds late. So your half-day's salary is deducted, so our main character says that, "I am sorry for coming late." 21 seconds late, who deducts half a day's salary? It's better to come after half a day. And we see that our main character thinks that when the apocalypse came, he was already successful in running away, and he didn't give me my 1 year's salary, and he ran away with it. So I can take all the supply here as my compensation. Let's do this. I will take all the supply here as compensation, and we see that there is a warehouse. There he uses some kind of space, and he starts storing all the storage in his space storage, and we know that his storage system detects what is in the storage. There is rice, cooking oil, meat, everything is automatically stored, and we see that all the things disappear from there, and the space of our main character is stored there. And we see that everything is automatically stored there. Everything is teleported from the warehouse to the space storage, and everything is stored there. And we see that there is already a lot of stuff in his space storage. Now after this stuff comes, more stuff is stored there. And our main character gets very happy and says that the power of the space ability is great. And we are told that he has such an ability that he can open as many meters as he wants in his space. And he can easily keep all the stuff there, and nothing of that stuff will get spoiled, and it will be in the size of a cube. And our main character gets very happy and says that because of this ability, I can do such a great shopping. And by relying on this ability, I emptied 2 fresh water pools and emptied the big warehouses of many heroes. Really, if all these things had come in the future and got destroyed during the apocalypse, it would not have been a big deal if I had taken it first. And anyway, when the apocalypse comes, a pack of noodles there will also be a luxury item. Then the comparison of fresh food should not be done here. It will be such a luxury item. And if I take the whole pond and dry it, all its stuff will freeze in my space storage, and it will remain the same as it is outside. And we see that the main character comes out of his tears of joy and says that finally, now I don't have to eat dry, rotten food during the apocalypse, as I used to do in my previous life. Really, I have seen very bad days. Then we see that he opens his space storage and sees that there are 210 bags there, cooking oil of rice, 152 bottles, fresh vegetables, 310 kilo, 220 cans of mineral water, and a lot of other items have been stored in his space storage. Seeing this, the main character thinks that I have collected so many supplies. Now I think that finally I can take a breath of relief. I should feel a little relief because I have enough supplies. Then we see that some people come inside the warehouse and say that come and help me. But as soon as the 3 people come to the front, they are very impatient and surprised. What is this thing? Am I hallucinating this thing? We see that such a big warehouse is completely empty. There is not even a piece of dust there. Our main character has cleaned it so well. Then the manager comes and says that, "Tell me, what are you doing here and where did all the items go? Give me information about this quickly." Then we see that our main character says that, "Are you talking about that stuff?" "I have taken all the stuff." After hearing this, the 2 people are very surprised. "What? How did you take that stuff?" The manager gets even more angry and says that, "You bastard, how dare you steal so much stuff? Go and catch that guy." And he tells his 2 members to catch the main character. Then we see that the main character opens a prototype and says that it is not that you can catch me. Actually, I am in a hurry now, so I will meet you later. Then he goes inside the portal and disappears. Then a guy tries to catch him, but his main character disappears from there. Seeing this, the 3 people are again surprised that where did that guy go? And the manager is most surprised that how did that guy disappear? Then we see that the portal opens, and our main character starts falling down from top to bottom. He gives himself a very stylish pose and falls straight down. Our main character tells us that this is my second ability, which is called space jump. Because of this ability, I can jump up to 3 meters in space, and in the apocalypse ward, I had this ability. And because of this, there was an abandoned building where no one else could go. But I could go there for supply, and I could safely escape from anywhere. And not only that, with the help of space jump, I used to be saved from the mutated beasts. And in my life, in critical moments, this skill used to help me a lot. And we see that he throws the dress of the warehouse outside and says that without spending a rupee, doing such a good shopping, my mission is really complete. And we see that the manager is still scolding the rest of the people that if that guy has gone, then catch him and bring him back. Then we see that our main character's mobile phone vibrates. There is a message from the government that the current speed of the Earth has increased a little. That's why there are natural disasters happening in the local area. So you don't have to worry too much because the manager can handle. So follow the same routine and don't panic too much. After reading this message, our main character thinks that the government is trying to stop the panic in the environment. Don't they know that the end of the world is coming? Then we see that our main character gets a call again on his mobile phone, and seeing that person's name, our main character gets very angry. And this phone is not anyone else's, it belongs to a girl named Gia, and seeing this, our main character gets very angry. But then he calms down and picks up the phone and says hello. Then a voice comes from the front. Suchain, how did you suddenly disappear? How did you get in front of me? I heard that you have sent your house to the real estate agent to sell it. Why are you so stubborn? What do you think? After selling your house, any girl who wants to marry you will want to stay with you. And on the other hand, the girl who was talking on the phone was putting on her makeup and lipstick. And our main character has found out that she is Suchain. So Gia tells Suchain that where did your responsibility in the name of being a man go? I don't care what you do, but I am also a woman. If you don't give me this house as a gift, how can I feel secure? So you should give me this house as a gift. So we see that Suchain says that this is the only thing. So Gia also gets a little angry and says that how can your attitude be like this in front of me? I want to give you one last chance. Come to me quietly and transfer the ownership of your house in my name. Otherwise, I will only be able to think whether I will marry you or not. Suchain cuts the phone and says that I have not reached the city yet. I am coming to the city, and after reaching the city, we will talk about it. Suchain gets angry and says that Gia, we spent 5 years together in the apocalypse, and I found food for you every day, and your stomach was full. Not only that, I also took you to a safe zone. If I wasn't with you, you wouldn't have been able to survive the apocalypse, but what did you do? Suchain looks at the phone with disappointment and goes into a little plexiglass. Suchain's condition is very bad. The man behind him says, Brother Suchain, how can you come empty-handed today? You must have brought something with you. I think you have hidden that thing. Suchain's face is very red, as if he will kill Suchain and eat him. Then the man goes to Gia in front of Suchain and says that this man can be useless, so we should start our own program. After hearing this, Gia blushes and says, What are you talking about? I don't want to think about this. If you are talking about that person, then that person deserves to die. And as far as your performance is concerned, I will be able to find out how good and how bad your performance is. Suchain thinks while dying that I was so wrong in my life about this person. The person I trusted so much, and the person who stabbed me in the back gave me food. Suchain gets very angry and says that in the last life, you both have to pay the price for what you did to me. I won't let you die so easily. You will also have to taste the pain that I experienced in my last life. I will give you 1,000 times more pain in this life, and we see that he is holding his fist in anger and slowly loosening it. And while calming his anger, he says that I have to focus on other things that are important to me. So I will need money to buy the remaining things. I can't steal it for free. I can't do shopping in my space storage, so I will need money for this. First, I will figure out how much money I can get and how much money I can invest. Then we see that Suchain calls manager Liu and says that I told you that I can sell my house for half the price, and I will accept it. But I have only one condition. My condition is that I want the entire payment in one go, only then I can sell my house. From here, our scene changes to the real estate manager's house, or the office. We see that Jia and Wang are standing outside the house, and a taxi stops there. Jia says to Su Chain that you made me wait for a long time. Do you know how long I have been waiting for you here? Su Chain ignores Jia and tells him to stand aside. Wang stands there with a lot of anger and a baseball bat in his hand. He says that, who told you to sell your house? You are going to sell your house. I will tell you one thing for sure. If you dare to sell your house today, you will not be able to see the sun till tomorrow. Then we see that Su Chen gets angry and grabs Wang's neck and throws him in the air. Su Chen is not weak here because he has faced death in his past life. He must have had a passion for it. In his past life, he didn't have as much passion as he has now. He picks up Wang and throws him down. He says that you should pay attention to your things and not interfere in someone else's business. You can use my stuff as you like. We see that Wang's condition has deteriorated, and the blood from his mouth also starts coming. It's dangerous for him to get a shock. Then we see that Jia comes and she is very nervous and tells him to let her go. Help me. Save me. Then we see that Su Chain can't take it anymore, and in his anger he takes Jia's laptop and sits on the floor with the laptop in his hand. He still can't believe that this loser who used to lick his feet with a stick has bitten him, and he is in a lot of pain. Here we see that Wang's condition has deteriorated because Su Chain has still held his neck, and he says, "Let me go." Su Chain gives a big look and says, "You don't have to worry. You are not going to die so easily." He picks him up and throws him aside. Wang's condition deteriorates and he feels suffocated because his breath had stopped for a moment. He leaves them there and Su Chain goes inside. They take care of each other and Jia says, "Wang, are you okay?" Jia gets very angry and says, "Su Chain, I'm still not that angry, and if you kneel down and beg me and apologize, then I can forgive you. But if you don't do that, then I will never marry you in this life." Su Chain looks at them with a very dangerous look, and both of them get scared and they start running, and Wang says, "Jia, you are running faster than me." Su Chain looks at them and says, "These people are useless." The real estate agent serves Su Chain and says, "I want to buy your house and I can do all the payments at the same time. Are you interested in selling this house?" He thinks that this house must be worth at least 10 lakhs, but this foolish man is selling his house for only 7 lakhs. If I get such a fool, then I will get double profit and I can earn a lot of profit. I want to get such a fool daily. I will tell you a little additionally that this house is going to be sold for 10 lakhs, and the normal house is sold for 70 lakhs, and the currency value is high. So, I will add a 0 to the amount so that it looks like the value is high. Su Chain says, "I want the full payment at the same time." The man says, "Yes, why not? I will transfer the money, and the ownership will be shifted to the next temple." Su Chain thinks that, when the apocalypse comes, you can live in any house you want, you just have to have the courage to live in that house. And we see that all the agreements are made, and the amount of money that is in the account is 7 lakh yen, and we see that the amount of money that is in the account comes out of that office. And while leaving, he thinks that there are still a lot of events happening around us in these days. Although we live in the center area of Iceland, but there are a lot of earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes, and a lot of things like this are happening around it. And in the same way, the public is very busy. They are facing so many problems in this area that they do not have to face them. And we see that he is thinking like this, and the pole says fast loan. And suddenly he gets a look at this thing, and he comes back and says that I am getting a fast loan here, I just have to give a high interest. And he calls those numbers and says, "Hello, the loan company has said that I needed a lot of loans, and I can keep my house property as a mortgage. And he has sent a house there. It will take at least 7 to 8 days to settle it. And here too, he is going to keep his house property as a mortgage in front of this person. He is a strong man. He is going to earn 2 to 3 types of interest or money from the same thing." And then we see, finally, where the interest is going to be received. The building there is really luxurious. That person is in the same building. And we are shown the name of his company. The name of that company is Great Sea Loans Limited Company. And that person says, "That handsome man, your house is too expensive, I can't see it." So we see that our information says that how much loan can you give me? And our information thinks that this person is not the same. And we are shown the person in front of us. And looking at him, our information thinks that this person is the big brother of Wang Dahai, who has become the mouthpiece of the wild beast in my last life. So we see that Dahai says that, I can give you a loan of up to 5 lakh rupees. But I can't give you a loan on this property more than this, and for this, I need your property certificate. So we see that the information also puts its property certificate on the table, and says that I need more than 1 lakh rupees for this, and you don't have to worry, I will immediately book all your payments with your profits within a week. And we see that Dahai laughs and says that the money man thinks that this person is the big brother of Wang. Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees, but I can't give you a loan on this property more than this. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. And we see that Dahai says that I can give you a loan on this property more than 5 lakh rupees. Limit. I think I should tell my big brother and get him killed. That's why we see that the person who is going to the front, Jia also sees it, and says, Wang, just look at the front, is he not Su Chen? So Wang says that yes, this guy is the same. But what is this guy doing here? So Jia says that let's go and follow him and find out what this guy is doing, and what he is hiding. And we see that our Su Chen reaches a Green City hotel, and he thinks that as far as my memory is, as far as I remember, all the commercial buildings had collapsed. The water of the sea was different. Sometimes it was hot, sometimes it was cold. So in all kinds of weather, the survivors could only do one building for a very long time. That was the hotel building, and we see that Su Chen goes inside the hotel and thinks that as far as I have heard, there is a very special room available in it, which is very well equipped, and there is a swimming pool in that room. And as far as I remember, according to that, I think I should stay in this building and make this building my base. This can also be a very good idea. I can stay here for a long time and make it my base. And as far as I have emptied a lot of warehouses earlier, but I did not have any hot meal, or any hot food, or any ingredients, spices, etc., was not present in the warehouse. I mean, I did not eat it, I did not take it, I picked up all the stuff in the warehouse. So we see that there is a waiter there, or there is a staff there. Her eyes go to her Su Chen, and she comes to Su Chen and comes and greets and says, Hello, I am the manager of the hotel and restaurant, and my name is Rui. How can I help you? I can do it. We see that our Su Chen says that I want to give you an order of 1,000 tables. I have to do it. Can you manage it? Now after hearing such a big order, for a moment, Rui is also surprised and says that 1,000 tables, 1,000 tables. So we see that she is a little hesitant and says that, yes, we can do it. But you tell me which table is for you. You tell us which table is to be prepared for you. A table of 5,000, a table of 10,000, a table of 30,000, or a table of 100,000. Which one do you want to do? And here Rui feels that really, such a young man and such an attractive man and such a good-looking man, every car is a hidden second-generation rich man. It can be. So we see that Su Chen says that if this is the case, then book a table of 10,000 rupees. The total amount is 1 crore, so it is okay. I will deposit you 5 lakh rupees in the form of a deposit, and I will provide you the address of the delivery. Book the delivery there, and we will settle the balance of the rest within a week. Now here I will tell you one more thing. They have said per table, so 7 people can be on one table. 8 people can be there, or 9 people can be there, 10 people can be there. So according to that, more food will be made. Not a plate. He has set a table, and here Su Chen feels that this Green City hotel has a very high standard, and we see that Rui hesitates a bit and says that you are depositing 5 lakh rupees, so come this way and deposit your payment here. And Rui thinks that, oh man, the ingredients we will use, only the price of raw material will go above 5 lakh, but it is not necessary to make a connection with such a big man, because I think this man is very rich, so he is not angry with him in this way. Now it is important that we should make a relationship. Business is not so important, and if it is giving above 5 lakh, then we will use it successfully. And we see that Rui brings it to the side and says that, you have not told your name. So how can I greet you? So we see that our Su Chen gives his name. My name is Su Chen. So Rui says that Mr. Su, is it your wedding? It is going to happen. So our Su Chen says that yes, it is my wedding. It is going to happen. And this is for that only. Can you help me in one more thing? Book the most luxurious room of your hotel. It is called Presidential Suite. As I told you earlier, this is the most luxurious room of this hotel, and there is a swimming pool in it. There are a lot of accessories in this room, and maybe there is only one room, and we see that our Su Chen comes out of the hotel after doing all the work, and he is very happy. And he is very happy, what should I tell you? I have settled the price of 1 crore in just 5 lakhs, and as far as the final payment is concerned, then the post-apocalypse, at that time, the price of a small piece of ice in the scorching heat will be within crores and billions of rupees. And we see that Rui is very happy. Why will I not be happy to get such a big hotel? And she says that your booking has also been done for my honeymoon. I am just thinking that the one who will marry you, how lucky she will be. Now she was standing here talking to herself, because our Su Chen has gone, and we see that there are 2 shadows behind her. They are listening to her. Then we see that there is no one else. Our name is Jia and Wang, and Jia comes and says that, hello, can I ask you what this guy has just gone? What was he doing here? So Rui says that the person who has just gone, but I can ask you, who are you and why are you asking about him? Then we see that Jia says that, I know that the name of that person is Su Chen, and that person is my boyfriend. And Rui tells that your boyfriend has just ordered food for 1,000 tables without a queue, and he has deposited 5 lakh rupees in the form of advance deposit. You really have such a boyfriend. It is a sign of your good luck. And she thinks in her mind that the temper of this girl, I will give her 7 out of 10 marks. But her temper is worse than me after all. Rich people always like such people. Why do they come? And we see that when they hear these 2 things, that they have deposited 5 lakh rupees and have ordered food for 1,000 tables, then these 2 people are very surprised, and Jia does not believe him, and she says that this cannot happen. How can that person have so much money to order so many items? So we see that Rui says that rich people like to play such games, that they do not hide their true identity and try to show themselves poor, because they are afraid that their parents' money will come in their greed, that they do not get caught, or their property will not be stolen. So they keep looking for true love in the class. They keep going here and there so that they show themselves poor, and their true love happens. One day they have to show their true power, their true wealth, their true strength of money on the day of the wedding. So Jia says that now I understand that before getting married, why did he suddenly disappear like this? And why did he become so cold-natured? And here we see that Wang is very surprised. He says that the person who is licking the shoes with that boot, the person who is licking the shoes is so rich, it can be. So we see that Rui shows her payment on her phone. She says that the guy is so rich. You can see that he has just transferred 5 lakh rupees to me as an advance payment. And seeing this, both of them are very surprised. Then our scene shifts to the outside of the hotel after a while. We see that these 2 people are outside and Jia is very happy. Then Wang says that he has ordered food for 1,000 people from a 5-star hotel. So who is he going to invite? So we see that Jia is happy and says that, have you not understood anything yet? Of course he will call the people of his wealthy circle and introduce them to my identity, and